हेलो गाइस, क्या आपने अभी तक कभी ऐसा देखा है कि आप किसी भी टेक्नोलॉजी रोल में हो या किसी भी ऑपरेशनल रोल में हो कि आप बोलें और आपकी नेटवर्क कॉन्फ़िगरेशन बन जाए या आप बोलें आपकी वीएम्स कॉन्फ़िगर हो जाएँ या आपको वीएम्स की कॉन्फ़िगरेशन की स्क्रिप्ट्स मिल जाएँ या आपने कभी नेटवर्क डिज़ाइन किया हो तो आपको नेटवर्क डिज़ाइन रिलेटेड गाइडलाइंस मिल जाएँ, आपका नेटवर्क डिज़ाइन हो जाए, आपके बॉम्ब प्रिपेयर हो जाएँ। यदि नहीं देखा है आज मैं जो दिखाने जा रहा हूँ, वो काफ़ी हेल्पफुल होगा, तो इस वीडियो को कंटिन्यू वॉच करें। Hello guys, welcome back to the Technical Chopal. Today I would show you something interesting which really I find it, which is more on about the Chat GPT, which is really trending these days. So I thought to also explore that how this can be helpful as a network engineer and what level of the information it can give it. So I will show you. Let's start. Okay. So what we would start is that we will basically put some question around it and we'll see that how it works. Okay. So let's say first we start about the design. So we say that how to design network for 150 office users with redundancy. Okay. And let's see what it gave us. Hopefully it will give something. Okay, so it says assessing the network requirement, determining the bandwidth and the availability need for the network based on the number of the users, type of applications and services they will be using, choosing the appropriate hardware, select the appropriate router switches, network equipment that can handle the network requirement, providing the necessary redundancy. Having said that, it of course is saying that configuring the network. So it is basically saying that we have to cover up everything from the implement redundancy to ensure the you have the topology such as like the aggregate VRRP, HSRP, BGP routing protocol, securing the network implementation security measures such as a firewall X, you know, so many things it is giving, which is truly looking like that it is really needed. Basis on our past experience, we have seen that when we design network, we look for all these aspects of it, and then we go through the journey of the process. So now, what we would try to do is that we would try to ask that, okay, give us the some simple topology. Okay, provide me some network topology as an example. Okay, so let's see what it suggests as a topology to use when we are expecting to design 150 users. Of course, it gives us the background that okay, these are the few things which are really needed for assessment, and we used every day, right? When we design a network, we thought out that okay, what is the number of the users, what is the kind of the traffic they would be having, and then of course we go through the set of the hardware, we go through the set of the VLANs and all those stuff, right? And we look for the monitoring, maintenance, all those stuff, right? So now let's see what it gave us in the network topology example, and then we will continue talking to this guy, and we'll see that what level of the information it can provide us. And to be honest, guys, why I did actually exploring on this one because I was completely hearing Chat GPT since couple of days. So I thought that how this can be helpful for the network people, and thought that okay, it can be helpful for the network people to what level of the information it can provide. Okay, so it is talking about that okay, you can pick up the star topology, you can pick up the ring topology, and of course we all know those who are working in the network domain that what is the star topology, what is the ring topology, and all those. These are our basic fundamentals, uh, which are helpful to get grow into the network domain, right? Hybrid topology, in this design the combination of the different topologies used to create the network, providing the advantage of the topology. For star ring hybrid tree topology, okay, Okay, so it provided us the hybrid tree, ring, mesh, and all those stuff. Now let me rephrase my question to get the actual topology which it can recommend. Okay, so I would say provide me network topology for 150 users with example. Let's see. Okay, how it manipulate this, or is that understanding same thing? Okay, so let's see what comes out of it and how GPT is actually understanding us and responding. Okay, of course it is taking a little bit of time since it is consolidating the information processing from different places. So that's of course the reason it is a little bit slow. But let's see. Of course, till now it is giving the information which is more relevant, more helpful for us, and looks like that it is answering. So it says a possible network topology for office user could be hierarchical network design, where the network is divided into the three layers. Wow, okay. Access, distribution, and core layers. Access layer, this is where the end users, such as a computer, phones, connect to the network access switches or user layer, which can be configured with the VLAN to the segment and network, provide security. And then it is saying that, okay, distribution layer, this is where we can, get the distribution layer of the information core layer, which will be high speed interconnection between the distribution layers, which is a core layer. Okay, and it is giving us the example that, okay, what kind of the devices you need. So it says access layer 24 access switches connect to end user real, yeah, end user devices, and distribution for 2 into 48, which is means that redundancy link aggregation between them, and then core layer. And that's where it is telling, okay, you need a two core. Now I'm just trying to play around this topology and want to continue with this one, since it looks more relevant for us. So in this one, I just want to say that, okay, what or I'll say let's continue without distribution. And let's see if it is able to process and say that, okay, we can make the network without the distribution layer or not. Yeah, it says that sure, a network topology of the 150 users without a distribution layer can be made, right? And then it says that, okay, we can have the access layer and the core layer. Core layer is so it says that access layer, this is where the end users would be same thing, and it says the core layer, this is the backbone responsible. An example of the network topology of this one, now it says that, okay, now it doesn't have the distribution layer. So we ask that, okay, can we build out without the distribution layer or not, right? And now next further what we will be trying to do is that, okay, let's go ahead further down the line and ask him to provide the bomb, because now we got the understanding of the documentation, we got everything. Now let's ask this guy to prepare a bomb for this. Okay, I want, please help me creating bomb for this site using Cisco devices. Okay, so I want to prefer a Cisco vendor for this thing, and let's see. And of course it is working. Okay, it says sure, here is an example of the bomb. Wow, awesome, man, this is something really very impressive. So it says that catalyst 2960 series 24 into 3, because of your port capacity and all that stuff. And it says these are the switches which provide the layer 2 switching and can be configured as an VLAN segmentation for this. And it says that core layer Cisco ASR router, these routers provide high-end interconnection and nexus for a core, right? And then of course it goes for the firewall, access point, network management, blah blah blah. Now let's ask this guy that, hey, can you put the instead of uh, 937 px nexus, instead of nexus, can you please suggest cat for core layer and provide a bomb. Let's see if it consider to accommodate the changes. But if you see on the top, it provided us the network management, it provided us the power and cooling, all that stuff. Yeah, and let's say it is working on providing the this thing with the different component of the as we requested for a cat. And let's see, yeah, you see that? Wow, Cisco Catalyst 9500. Man, it is really, really, helpful for someone who is knowing little bit of it and trying to build something. This can be really helpful. And of course, we cannot do like the copy paste of it because there are different scenarios, and these are the sort of the template which probably it is processing, getting out of the information what it process. But this can be a good start, can be a good base to modify based on our requirement, right? Now what we will do, since we got the bomb, and now next process is that let's go ahead to build out something for uh you know uh build out for configuration perspective. Okay, and that's where I will ask this guy, okay, can you do me the prepare me the configuration for me for ASR router? Okay, can you please prepare configuration for ASR WAN router connected with ISP using BGP and ISP IP is 100.0.0.1/30/30 and OSPF with core switch. Okay, let's see if it process. So what I'm trying to ask is that, hey, provide me the ASR configuration, which I can implement to configure the BGP with my ISP and the OSPF towards to my LAN. Of course, I have not provided the all that level of the information like IP towards to the core and all that stuff, but let's try to see that if it really try to make something. And you see, it says that neighbor 100.100.0.1, 200 ASN loop back as a source, send community activate, and then it is saying that, okay, this is the interface. Look how smart it is. I told that, okay, it is a slash 30. Now itself articulated and say that, okay, one is towards to the ISP and two is at your side. That means to say it is able to do the subnetting automatically itself, right? Now, what I'm trying to do further down the line, and look, it is also providing the OSPF configuration towards to my line interface, core interface. And that is where probably it got confused related to the IP address. It is now saying that 100.100, which is going towards to the LAN also have the same IP address, but that's probably we, of course, we as a human can correct it. But even if you will, I'm sure if you will give the correct IP addressing information, it will be able to put those level of the information as well. Now it looks like that it is started the configuring the core switch as well. Now, what does it mean by that, the core switch? Look, dude, we even didn't tell that, okay, prepare the configuration for the OSPF, but I mean for the core switch, and it look, it is providing the configuration for the core switch. It says that, okay, this interface goes to the ASR. These are the VLAN I'm assuming you are using. This is the IP addressing which you want to advertise, router ID 2.2.2. And if you really want to see the duplicacy of the router ID, previously it used the 1.1. On the upper device, and here it is using 2.2.2, right? And also it is giving the warning that, hey, this is the possible configuration. Of course, you have to adjust as per your production, and you have to review it, right? Now, since we have done the with the ASR configuration, of course, there can be plenty of configuration, but I'm just trying to showcase how Chat GPT is really processing our questions and is very interactive to provide the level of the information which probably we never got from the automation in past. That's All right, guys. So we had a lot of fun, looking on the different network related information from ChatGPT. If this was really interested for me at least, please feel free share your comments and do like if this was really interesting for you. I would keep posting similar videos. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching.